librarian here at the Batavia Public Library. I've been doing these painting things. My first one was supposed to be in March of 2020, and that didn't happen. So we've been doing them virtually, and this is like my third or fourth one where we've been in person. And this is my biggest one so far, biggest painting, most amount of people, or most like detailed painting, so it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time. Yes. It's not stressful at all. Okay, so I have made you guys a little PowerPoint presentation to go through a few things at first. So this is today's painting. You can see it up on the big screen. So it's kind of like Starry Night, and this goes with our One Book One Batavia pick, which was Vincent and Theo, the Van Gogh brothers. Most of that programming is done. This is, I think, the last one. So congratulations, we're a part of it. So we are going to be painting in the style of Van Gogh and doing like a Starry Night type of Batavia-esque painting. So the red building is the what? Depot Museum. We feature a windmill and the challenge song. Okay, so the materials in front of you. You have a canvas on your easel. You have acrylic paint in the 3 colors. Right now we're just going to work on the background. I haven't given you all the colors. Once we get going with that background color, I'll start giving you your blues and your greens and your whites. If you were concerned, I know there's some concerned people over here about not having enough paint. I promise you, you'll get paint. In front of you, there are also 4 different size brushes and a foam brush that we're going to be using. As I'm going to be painting with you, I'll let you know what size brush I'm using. Some of you have purple brushes, some of you have like clear brushes. They're all roughly the same size. When I went to go buy more brushes, they didn't have these purple ones anymore. So we went with our white ones in the back. People have white brushes. Okay? So I'll let you know when we switch. We have water and we have paper towels. If you ever need a water refresh or more paper towels, we do have a volunteer here. Everyone say hi to Amaya. She's over here. Hello. We might have another one walking in, so if you need more paint, you have a question, you need more water, you need more paper towels, either let either me or Amaya know, and we'll get you fresh ones. So tips for a successful class. Ask questions. We're not afraid of asking questions. This is very important that you let loose. No one should be stressed or like rigid or stiff because this is an impressionistic painting. Okay? It's not going to work if you're like stressed about every little stroke you do, because we're going to be doing a lot of little strokes on this painting. So relax. Roll your shoulders back. Take some deep breaths. It'll be okay, I promise. And have fun! This is supposed to be fun! We're going to have a good time. I'm very excited. I've already got paint everywhere, and we haven't even started. So remember, be respectful. Everyone's painting is going to look different, and that's okay at the end of the night. So, that's great. I'm going to teach you all the same painting. They're all going to look completely different, and that's my favorite part about doing these kinds of programs. Acrylic paint will be on your clothing forever if you get it on your clothing. So, this class will be eternal. So, if you do get it on yourself, make sure to get like a wet wipe or washcloth or something, get it off as best you can. And get up and look around. If you're stuck for inspiration. There's a lot of students here, so if you need inspiration, it also helps to take a step back away from your painting and look at it a little bit from afar. You're going to be looking at it from about like 6 inches from your face. Okay? So, again, this is what it's going to look like. We're going to start. Is everyone ready?
Ready.
Okay. The first thing we're going to do is paint the entire canvas this like burnt umber, yellowy, mustardy color. So in front of you, you have equal parts yellow, white, and a little bit of brown. You're going to mix it either on your canvas or on your plate, equal parts yellow, white, and just a touch of brown. You can always add more brown. You can't take brown out of your mixture, okay? So we're going to do the background with our little foam brush that we have here. You can get it wet, dip it in the water, and tap it on your cup there. So I'm going to put on one have both colors on my brush. And then we're just going to start covering the entire canvas with this yellow, white, and a touch of brown mixture. Okay? I haven't put brown in it yet. And we're just going to try to go for it. This is just the base of your painting. You're not really going to see this very much once you start adding the blues and the whites and the blacks and the greens. So I don't want you to stress about this part, especially this part, because we're going to be covering it up. Yep. You go all the way to the edge, and then you're going to paint the edges of your canvas as well. If you run out of paint, just let one of us know. You can make them go the same way or different, and it always goes. This is just that base layer.
Just the introduction.
It's not, yeah, that's not like, okay. So it looks like, we're missing 3, right? There's 3 empty canvases.
Where's my good shirt? My boss has got a picture, you know, it doesn't move. Yeah.
All right, we're going to move on because. So with all that white paint, that extra white paint that I might have put on your plate, or you have an extra plate, you should have like just white paint in front of you. You're going to split your painting into quadrants, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go section by section with what's going to be in that section, just a rough outline with your white paint. We're going to use probably the smallest brush you have, would be my suggestion. The smallest or the next size up.
What do we use, the sponge?
You're using your brush now.
The smallest brush?
Yep. So
Not
you're
the
gonna
pointed
just
one.
use that white paint
Let me see how little yours is.
and split your painting into 4 sections.
This is your smallest?
Do you mean like the pointed brush?
Not the smallest brush, I would go the brush above, one more size up.
But the pointed one or the flat one?
Pointed or flat edge?
Whatever you're
Oh,
more comfortable with.
okay.
Yep. See, I got roughly 4 squares now on my paint. Now we're going to map out where all the things are going to go. And this is the part where it's very important that you're relaxed. This is roughly what it's going to look like. Roughly. We're going to focus on the swirlies, the moon, the river, and the windmill. You may notice I'm not giving you a pencil. Because the last class I gave them a pencil and then they never got to painting because they were just too stressed out and erasing. So, we're calm, we're relaxed, right? So this is your top left. You're gonna put, just put like a circle-ish kind of windmill thing and then you're gonna start with your little swirly doos. I'm sorry. Yeah. I need to get the brown. What? You're not going to see that. This is just so that if something through it, yeah. All right. So then we're going to do some swirly twirlies. So this is kind of where roughly the swirly twirlies are going to go. Okay, and then you're going to put some circles in with the stars. And where the stars are going to go. This is just like a sketch. So that's kind of where that goes. That goes, and then we got some rough. Okay, we're going to be covering all of this with the impressionistic little dots and dashes. So I was very serious when I said don't stress. This is not a stressful thing. Okay? You're going to be covering your sketch with the blues and the greens and the whites. All right? All right. I think we have our rough outline.
Wait, I'm not there. Go back to the other one.
Put your windmill in,
Okay.
but the wavy thing and
I am.
You can do the circle if you want to put the lines in, you can now. I just have the circle for now. Because we're going to be going from the back to the foreground, background to the foreground. So we won't be doing the windmill until we're close to being done with the whole background. So this is underneath it. We're going to be adding the part of the windmill that goes to the ground. We have some bushes, and then you can do like the start of the rivers down there.
Yeah. Oh, but I'm missing the whole little house here. How do you fit your house?
it's you paint.
I know, but it's not fit.
We got some bushes down at the bottom. And the river is going to start kind of in the middle of this quadrant. And go across like that.
Here's my coloring.
Mine is not gonna
I mean, it's abstract, it doesn't have to be.
there's bushes.
If you want.
You know what it's gonna look like at the end.
It would have been nice you could have just put it on the side of it.
There's some bushes all
All
along.
right.
Yeah.
So I've added the bottom part of the windmill. We've added some bushes. We've added the little depot museum.
Oh, I forgot the museum.
If you don't have room for the Depot Museum, you want to put it somewhere else. If you want the main focus to be the windmill and you don't want to stress about doing the Depot Museum, that's fine. This is your own painting. So add or subtract anything that you want.
It's landlocked.
So it could be seen.
Okay, top right. You got your major swirly doos, what I'm gonna call them. And then you have your sun in the top.
Okay.
I wouldn't worry about doing, this stuff until we do the last quadrant, because this is coming up. All right, so just focus on the swirlies, and then make sure you get your moon in there.
Oh, the twirlies in that quadrant?
I gotta know.
The start of the swirly-doo is in the top left, and then the finishing, like, major.
All right, Kristen, way to go, yeah.
Can everybody see?
Yeah, now I can see the
Finished product. There's another.
I get it. So this is a big,
Yeah, then there's one in the third quadrant too, with the sun, we got the big sun. It comes under, look at that. See how it comes under and over and towards the sun?
So I'm not worrying about the little challenge.
I still can't.
Yeah. Wait to do this stuff.
See, this is.
Wait until you do this stuff until you finish the last quadrant. Then you'll have something to connect it to. That's the end of your Fox River. So this is like where the Fox River, see the perspective where it's, thicker on the bottom, and then as you go further back, it gets smaller. Yeah. And then you've got the East Bridge. So you're gonna move the river up. Diagonal. And it's going a little bit into that third quadrant that I said don't do this yet. So you can, go back into that quadrant. Push your river up that way. You got a bridge here. River path roughly shapes here with shrubbery. Okay. Hey, this is what we're going to be doing. So, like I said, we're working from the background to the foreground. So you're going to be doing all those little dots first.
The black.
This is the top left quadrant.
She's all on the top. It's all on the top.
The background.
This is the top half. This part. So this is the whole top, actually. This is the whole top. So we're going to start with the dots. Okay? That's basically there's little dots and dashes. You're going to work with the darkest colors first and then move to the lighter colors on top.
Which brush are you using?
I'm going to be using not the smallest one, the one up above that. Somewhere.
The middle?
So the number on my brush is 4. So you're going to start with the darker colors and then move to your lighter colors. If you're feeling impatient, you want to move to a bigger brush, go for it. What? Okay, so we're gonna just put it in the paint. Put your brush in the paint and put the paint on the canvas. No. So you're just gonna do little dashes, little dots. So these dashes. I would start with black with a little bit of blue, or blue with just a touch of black. Because black will go a long way. You add too much black, it's really hard to take the black out. Yeah. So, do sharp blue. So blue with a little bit of black. You can mix it on your plate. If you want a smaller plate to mix colors on, you can certainly do that. You can mix it on your big plate. If you need a plate, raise your hand, we'll get you a plate.
Take a long time.
So no green.
What?
No green, stay with blue and black.
I would stick with blue and black.
Okay.
And then you can intersperse green bits if you're feeling green. This is where your creativity shines. It shines. It will shine. You want to add some green, add some green. You want to add some lighter blues, red. This is kind of where you're just going to go with the flow. No. So you're not.
My arms are going to be tired by the time I do that.
So I have blue and black on my brush. I just dumped them in there. It's baked on my brush. And then we're just going to do little dots, little dashes. You're not going to go inside of that spirally, swirly do, because that looks a little different. That has the lighter blues. The dashes are a little bit longer. So you're just doing that background color. Cover all the yellow? Yeah. So cover as much of that yellow as you can, and if some of that yellow peeks through, that's why we did the whole background in that color, because that color matches the aesthetic of the painting.
Behind the,
Painting. We're not stressed at all. We're not stressed at all. Is everyone still okay on paint? I am. Oh, thank you. done, but you're not quite sure, but I don't know, stand up and take a look at your painting from a little bit of a distance, because you'll see it in a different way. Especially this kind of painting, because up close it just looks like a bunch of dots or smudges of color. It doesn't look like anything, but if you look at it from afar, you can see maybe the gradient of where you added a little white here, or added a little green there, or, you know, switched up your techniques. Well, we're gonna.
But do we need more blue?
Yeah. Blue is kind of. Hey, that's what impressionism is. It's the best. Yes. Yeah. Paint, and then it's not spreading. Just if you brush with water, add a little water. Yeah. All good? And we're painting your brush. Right, kind of getting these parts where your strokes kind of cross over. Don't be afraid of using a lot of paint. And then also get your brush wet a little bit. Will help with that as well. How's it going?
Great.
Good.
Did you put the lines in here?
I'm going to kind of explain the next part. You don't have to do the next part, but I'm just going to start it because we have some people who are ready. Like I said, we're doing from the background to the foreground. So next we are going to be doing kind of that grassy area behind the Depot Museum, behind the windmill, and in this corner here. So this is, it's basically like a green, what you just did, but with green. So it's those green dots with the black, which is kind of that, which is the ground.
So you're dotting the ground, where you think there's ground or bushes.
Yeah,
You're dotting,
Yeah.
not stroking.
dot. Like we did the sky. Not the swirly dude, but the sky color. So I'm going to use that, not the biggest brush I have, but the second biggest brush. It has a number 8 on it. So it's mostly green with a little bit of blue and some black. So it's like a kind of foresty, dark green. And then once you have that down, you can add the little, in a darker color, those little like half circles for your bushes. Once all the color is on. Yep.
other, so.
And at the very end, we'll define the whites around the windmill and any of the outlines, we do that at the very end. So if it does kind of look like a reverse coloring book, where there's no black lines, there's no outline of anything, that's fine. We're going to be adding all of that stuff later on. There's a path that kind of goes along the river. See this? Where there's kind of a path that's going along the river connected to the bridge. So you'll add a little bit of brown to this part. Your painting.
Say what?
Slapping it on there. Slapping it on. Well, the library closed at 9, so. Well, I closed at 9, so you got till about 8:30.
No, here, let me one.
There's something you can use to
Yeah. Don't take a picture. Yeah, go walk out. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Oh, no, what's the? Not that one. Every this is all
It's from town, everybody's looking for it.
Real close. And I need black on so much, well, then it's such a different. She had a little woman, I don't think, but she was, her mom was a name. So I don't think she it must be different.
What? Right here, where's Amy? Like, where's Amy?
Wait, let me see, how far did you go with the green?
Oh, well, I guess the lake is here.
I don't know.
A little lake. All right,
Let me just
a
outline it,
little
so I can.
dribbles, and then I got this black.
Oh, and you got the little houses. Do I have little houses?
Well,
Where do you see it? I just have one house.
yeah, same.
Or you gotta do lots of houses, the boardwalk
Well,
shop.
she has a view of Chicago from the distance.
Oh, yeah. You see the Sears Tower?
That's green, here. I think I'm gonna cut it off over here. And then the water. There, yeah, the bridge.
You're gonna do the river just like you did the swirlies. So the same technique, the same colors.
Well, the green, we're not doing swirlies?
Where's Amy? Where's Amy?
sure I can tell it's a face.
So this verse
Yeah, this is still the.
you should be doing it.
Yeah.
That's the kid. This is it.
Yeah. Mine were at when I start Okay, it's like brown, yeah. Yeah.
What's the car called again? What's the car called again? Genesis?
Yes. It really is, for the money you're getting, really, I think.
Maybe if you add different.
Well, that's
Throughout.
one that trying to find.
Roaring. Your neighbor.
I love that.
A lot
For the time they were, yeah, I grew up on the north side, so within the time. I like some of those. They still there. The first time I ever, I'm like, abuse artists, first I stroke, then I die.
Well, you know what? I always say this, none of them look like this.
Bring your gardening stuff to
Okay.
Now we think that they want it all from
Yeah, very go home for lunch.
Yeah.
I used to walk. I was only 2.5 blocks. I was home. I was a walker. Yeah, very few people. So basically either the buses or the van. Well, there was no buses, it was just all neighborhood schools. Right, right. I didn't do
You're supposed to talk about the sky. That's what I didn't know. I think it should have been sky. It doesn't look as good. She said green. It didn't look as good. So she liked it, I guess.
Yeah, they had coffee and
Didn't think of that.
Coming around with it. Red and yellow stars just last. Red and yellow back.
I don't know. You're supposed to be building. Not like a
family, your kitchen, your bedroom, your bathroom.
So Maya is gonna come around with another plate with red and yellow. Don't worry about it if you're not to this part. But if you want to start working on the depot, you'll have red. If you want to start working on the stars, you'll have yellow. But it's not necessary that you start doing that right this second. I'm just giving you the option in case you have to leave at 8.
Fun.
We haven't done the wood.
Wait, then they have to be.
That's the next.
Have we done the bridge?
So far I've got the river and I've penciled in the bridge.
You mentioned.
Did you do the bridge? Oh, you just did brown across the bridge?
It's just brown and a little bit of black.
No, but I mean the
Because you're gonna put the piece under it down there, so you want it to be dark.
It's like I said. Okay, what are we painting all the, wait, what goes here?
Okay, once you're done with the bridge and the river, you can work into filling in that windmill. You're filling that in with blue and green, and I've added a little bit of white in there as well. Once that's a little bit dry, you can put the outline.
No, I used to swim at the bottom. Once you get out of it.
There's a little spot of white right in the middle. A little highlight.
Painted over like this by accident. Just a brown kind of. I painted over it.
That's good, I was gonna say. You're not stressed away.
So the stars in the sky are just yellow. And then you add little dashes around them, kind of white and light blue to make it look like they're kind of radiating.
So do all this yellow?
Yeah. And then the big one has a crescent moon in it, that's the bright yellow, and then behind it, it's kind of a lighter yellow. If you don't want to do that, you're cutting it short on time, just make it like every other star. So if you want to do the crescent moon, I would do that whole circle like a very pale, lighter yellow. Let it dry a little bit, and then add that brighter crescent moon on the top.
Well, that's what you can blame it on, right?
hard outline, just like a little wispy line, like you've done here. Now these little wispies, just to give it a little more shape.
It's like a dark green. What happened to my nice green? Green that I had it on for a while.
Hopefully you're at some sort of outline part. Once you have all the color down, then you can start throwing in some outlines to really give it some shape.
Because she looked, because otherwise they grow and they change and you don't remember it. You gotta get out there and look.
I will, and you're pretty here. Yeah.
We get to a point where you can stop within the next like 7 minutes or so. 8. You can do pizza if you got white paint at home or like white out or a silver Sharpie. You do your pizza. I'm waiting to do pizza on But before you leave and before a lot of people leave, look at everyone else's. Because they all look like a thing that we did. And they all look kind of similar, but they're all very different at the same time.
Put everything in there. Okay.
Do you want the paint just put together?
Yep. If you're done, put all your brushes in one of your cups. Yeah, if you take one, don't put it in a cup.
Dan Gogh didn't do this in 2 hours. Very nice. Yeah.
This was like a huge thing. Very impressive that you all did this in 2.5 hours. Probably the biggest, painting we've kind of done.
Like big forearms from doing all those dots, so.